Battlefield Portal, it's insane, simple as that. It's honestly completely crazy how much content is packed into Portal and the capabilities of the logic editor. Of course, my first Battlefield 2042 video was going to be about Portal, and of course, I wanted to share my Bad Company 2 rounds first. But before that, a quick disclaimer. Yes, this video is powered by the EA Creator Network. That means I got an early hands-on with the Battlefield 2042 launch game to capture gameplay. Though other than the NDA that prevented me from sharing gameplay early, I've signed nothing. So I can say whatever about whatever, which I plan to do in future videos. For this video though, I have zero complaints. The Bad Company 2 content in Portal is the full nostalgia trip. I was grinning the entire time. Rush on Arica Harbour was first in the rotation and it simply gave me goosebumps. Bad Company 2 was my first owned Battlefield game. I'd played some before it, but BC2 was the first game I owned for myself. I remember sitting in the back of the car with my dad coming home from Smith's Superstore here in Ireland and just gawking at the little pictures on the back of the box. Loading it up for the first time, I was hooked. Arica Harbour is such a good map for Rush, storming in with tanks, flanking into the village, leveling each of the buildings, then pressing on towards the bridge and train tracks, using the classic arsenal of weapons, the XM8 prototype being my absolute favourite among them. But I tried to loot dead enemies as much as I could, to try and keep the gameplay as varied as possible. All of the guns and gadgets are completely remade for Portal. They even sound different to the same guns from other eras. Like the M1911 in BC2 is different to the M1911 in the Portal version of Battlefield 3. Not only are the visuals great though, it was really hearing all those old sounds that triggered the proper nostalgia. The old in-game announcer voice, the voice lines from friendly soldiers and enemy soldiers, the grenade explosions, and of course, how could anyone forget the infamous MCOM alarm? In this particular server, the Experience Builder had made the full Bad Company 2 setup. This was like the classic Bad Company 2 server. So not only were we running BC2 content, but we were also playing as if it was Bad Company 2. Sprint strafing, for example, was turned off, and it's something you'll only experience for yourself once you're in game. It's so bizarre, and I never really noticed how big a difference it actually makes. There is no sliding, reviving teammates was super snappy with the old defibrillators, there were no armor plates or even an ADS compass. It really felt like playing a Bad Company 2 remaster, and I loved it. Once I destroyed both MCOMs on Arica Harbour, we moved briefly onto Valparaiso, another stellar Rush map from Bad Company 2, and the nostalgia just kept flowing. This time flying in on the Black Hawk, all gillied up, equipped with the trusty Gall Magnum. Sniping in BC2 was some of the most satisfying gameplay, and it's the very same here in Portal. Maybe it's the tiniest bit slower to scope in, but it's hard to tell without a side-by-side comparison. Either way, with the Gall especially, it can be easier sometimes to avoid using the scope in the first place and just no-scope enemies up close. This is the proper Bushwookie map, so I just had to rock the classic recon. While playing Valparaiso, I noticed a graphical upgrade more than I did on Arica Harbour. It's how the bushes and trees reacted to their surroundings that really sold it for me. The Black Hawk causing the trees to sway, along with the insane BC2 audio, it just felt special. The destruction too on both maps felt the very same as it did in 2010, though maybe even more fluid and a little bit more dynamic. Buildings could definitely be destroyed, but did so in a more natural way. Unfortunately, the play session for Bad Company 2 ended before we could finish this round, but I'm eager to hop on now once the game is live and relive those fond memories I have. There's frankly so much to cover with Battlefield 2042, I was a little bit stuck as to what I wanted to make a video about first. Hopefully you lads enjoyed this one and appreciate why I chose to cover the BC2 content a little bit before everything else. With that said, I will be covering all of the other All Out Warfare and Hazard Zone stuff here on my channel over the next few days and today. So make sure you've subscribed for all of that. It sort of feels like we're getting like 3 or 4 different Battlefield games all at once. So it's a bit overwhelming. But anyway, thank you for watching. For more Battlefield 2042 content, tickle that subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. Until the next one though, I'll see you lads later.